It's 25 degrees outside. Your kiddos want to go to the beach, and your first thought isn't about the sun or the water. It's, please, don't let me be bloated today. It's been months, and you're so tired of this because all winter you've managed it. Bigger sweaters, looser pants. Nobody really saw it but you. But now that summer is literally just around the corner, the layers are gone and you have to show up in a bathing suit. And the thought of standing on that beach, not being able to suck in your stomach, feeling like everyone can see it, that anxiety, it's real, even when you know no one's actually looking. You've been thinking about your foods for months, trying to figure out what's causing the bloating. But that's the wrong question. And today, I'm going to show you why. Welcome to the Decode Your Body podcast. I'm your host, Tasha Miller. Your body shouldn't be the wild card in your life. If you're done guessing, Googling, and outsourcing every decision about your body, you're in the right place. Here, we look at symptoms through body type and pattern recognition so you can start making sense of what your body is actually telling you. This is body literacy, not symptom fixing or another protocol. Let's get into it. All right. So you have the list, the foods that you don't eat anymore, things you've cut out one by one, trying to find the one that's doing this to you. Gluten, dairy, legumes, nightshades for a while, anything fermented. And you've tried the supplements too. The probiotics that kept showing up in your feed, digestive enzymes before meals, magnesium at night, and something always helps for a little bit, just enough that you think, okay, that was it. And then it comes back. So you cut something else, try something new. And for months, you've made 2 suppers more times than you can count, one for the family and one that feels safe for you. And nobody really sees how much thought goes into all of this, how much your day is spent managing something that most people can't even see. But you know, and you're exhausted, and you are still bloated, and summer is here. Here's the thing about managing something like this for so long. It doesn't just stay in the kitchen. It follows you everywhere. At restaurants, with friends, you're scanning the menu for what's safe instead of what you'd really love to have. You plan outfits around how you might feel. And you know what? You've gotten so good at all of this that it almost feels normal now. But you've been doing all this work, all of this cutting and tracking and adjusting and managing, and you're still here, bloated. So what if the food was never the actual problem? What if your body was already doing this before you even sat down to eat? Maybe weeks, months, maybe even years. And every meal you've been analyzing, it was never the cause. It was just the moment you felt the bloating. That's why cutting gluten helped for 2 weeks and then stopped. You removed something irritating, but what was already happening underneath, that never changed. And that is why it came back and keeps coming back, because the food is not necessarily the problem. The food is just showing you where the problem already is. Think about your car. When the check engine light comes on, you don't solve it by putting a sticker over the light. The light is not the problem. The light is the information. It's telling you something is already happening underneath the hood. There's a problem there. Covering it doesn't change what the engine is doing. And that's what the food has been for you. Every elimination, supplement, every careful meal, you've just been putting a sticker over the light. Now, think about the last time you went out with one of your girlfriends for lunch. Same restaurant, same meal, same day. She walks out and keeps going with her afternoon. She gets 0 bloating. You spend the next 3 hours tugging at your waistband, avoiding the mirror in the bathroom, going over every single thing that you ordered, trying to figure out what you did wrong. Same foods you both had, completely different afternoon. You've probably even eaten that exact meal before without the bloating. So if the food was the problem, the result would be the same every time, but it's not, which means something else is going on, something that has nothing to do with what was on the plate. And this is why cutting foods leaves you feeling really confused, because your bloating is not a food problem. It's not the gluten or the dairy or the chickpeas or those fermented vegetables, and it's not the nightshades. And those things definitely might be irritating it. But it didn't start there. Something was already happening in your body long before you sat down to eat, long before this spring, long before you started keeping that food list. And no elimination diet in the world is going to be the solution to that. That is why you have spent months cutting things out and you're still standing in front of the mirror feeling like there's something wrong with you. But nothing's wrong with you. Your body is not being difficult and it's not betraying you. It's been showing you something for a long time. And once you understand your body's clues and how to decode them, the bloating stops being this mystery that you're always managing and starts becoming something you actually understand. Now, the real cost of all this is not the bloating. It was last Saturday when your kiddos were in the water, laughing and splashing and calling you in, and you were sitting on the towel, pulling your cover up over your stomach, thinking about your body. You were there, but you weren't really there. And when you understand what your body is doing, you put on that bathing suit, you walk down to that beach, and you put yourself in that water and you go in, not because everything is perfect, but because you finally understand what's been going on and you're not spending your summer managing something you don't understand anymore. You're just there at the beach, in the water, fully there having fun with your kiddos. And this is what's on the other side of the right question. And that is exactly why I created Stop Guessing Your Symptoms. It's a short, self-paced training that gives you a starting point for understanding your body type and the pattern your symptoms might be pointing to. So instead of going in circles, you can start decoding what your body might be showing you. It opens soon, and I invite you to join the early access list so you can be one of the first to know about it. The link is in the show notes. Thank you for being here. I'll see you back here next Wednesday. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, tap follow and leave a 5-star review down below. I read every single one and it helps more women find this podcast. If you want to keep the conversation going, head to tashamiller.co for resources, offers, and all the ways to connect with me.